Good morning, everybody on TikTok. Nope, not yet. YouTube for sure. Monday, July 21st. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I don't know if we have a sell stop forming short term right now. I'll look at that. Not really sure. I am sure that we have more time on our US30 2-hour buy stop that was called out the other day. You're welcome. Soul Survivor. I wonder. How's everybody weekend? Hopefully your weekend was great. My weekend was awesome. Yeah, sell stop, NAS and SPX to the 5-second blue line. Let's see how that's looking. NAS, 5-second. Oh, we're already there. SPX. Sell stop to SPX's 5-second blue line. You're going to see price action flip and go down to here. Good morning, Larry. We only play the buy stops here, but there is going to be a shorter term sell to the 5-second blue line of SPX. Then we're looking for a 2-hour buy stop on US30. Yeah. It's a lagging trade. NAS, NQ1, SPX, and ES1 are already past their blue lines. US30 is not to its 2-hour blue line. It will go up to there, and then it will be going to take profit 1, 44,500, and then 44,626. Good morning, Jared. Good morning, everybody on TikTok and YouTube. No, my little thing isn't working. We'll have to get back to that later. There we go. Soul Survivor. All right, now we're working. Now, what do we have over here? I don't know. Let's see if we're up. I know we're up on TikTok. Good morning to everybody on TikTok. Let me grab that over there a little and go over there like that there. All right. What's already making money? SPX. SPX to the 5-second blue line as called out, told you. Now let's look at it to go to the 10-second blue line. Sell stop SPX to the 10-second blue line. I call these sells for you guys like do the short-term sells, but I would be only looking for a buy stop. This is how my system works. You can clearly see as these things turn red, which they will, you're going to see these things turn into these BSs, these buy stops. Same for over here. These will turn to buy stops. All these will turn to buy stops. And so on, just like it did on Friday. We made all kinds of money on US30. I told you it was going to go down. It did. And then I told you it was going to flip up. It did. Sell stop to the 10-second blue line, SPX 500. You'll see this arrow right here that we're pointing to go down. A much better trade, though, is to play any buy stop you can find on US30 until US30 hits its 2-hour orange-blue line. Now, I still don't have this set up. Hold on. And nope, nothing there. Oh. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just getting started. You still have 50 more pips on US30's demo buy stop going live now, 7:21. That's all correct. Okay, let's see what we got over here and over here. And then we have to go over to here. I forgot to put it here. Where's my public at? Right here. Look at Litecoin go, by the way. Litecoin is up over 20% since I recommended it the other day. But who was the member who told me about Litecoin to check it? Do you guys remember, Larry or anybody? Which member asked me to check it? I don't remember who that was. I don't want to give him credit. He said, would you look at Litecoin? And I said, sure. And I was like, oh shit, Litecoin is going to fucking blow. And then sure enough, Litecoin is up. And you have a ton more time to buy Litecoin demo trade only. Litecoin, I'm giving the strongest recommended buy to. SPX hit his 10-second. Look, these will all turn into BSs now. Next up is this group right here, this group of line right here. Let's go over to US30. There you go. We have a second correct call this morning, SPX to its 10-second blue line. We now have US30 past its 15-second. NAS is to its 15-second. NQ1 is to its 15-second. We have a sell stop SPX to it's a lag trade to its 15-second blue line. Oh yeah, free money giveaway all morning long on these. You're about to see these all turn into buy stops, and these all will turn red right here and here. Again, I only play the buys. I still don't have this all set up, but hold on 1 second here. Let me get this written out for you. Okay, so that's currently what we're doing. Good morning, everybody on TikTok. Good morning, Aussie Trader. Good morning, Lazarus. Good morning, Larry Cooper. Good morning, user 4516. Good morning, Russell. Good morning, 13MCC. And welcome to the channel, all of you that are new. Good morning, Paycheck, and Bobby, and Josh, and Babbitt, Mom. Good morning to everybody on TikTok and YouTube. I think we're actually set up. Hold on now, maybe not. Let's take a look. On YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook Live, and Facebook and X Live. Good morning, Miguel. Good morning, Larry Cooper. Good morning, Barry Deutsch. Good morning, Trey Gun. Good morning, Guyberger. Good morning, Aussie Trader. Yes, Larry, I think it was Solace. Good morning, Herschel. Good morning, Miguel. Please give thumbs up on the live. I need all of you on YouTube to give thumbs up. Please just, take a moment, give a thumbs up. All right, now, some of you new to the channel don't understand how I can make calls that are current on 1 second, 5 second, 10 second, 15 second, and be correct, and then make calls that are going to happen hours in the future, half day, days in the future, and that's because the system is flawless. So we are currently, Keith and I and Bree are currently getting the robot switch coded over, but it's a lot harder than you think. There's so much shit I look at, it's crazy. But anywho, so that's what's happening. Let me see, do I have everybody done there? Yes, I think it was Solace Soul. When Solace comes on, please remind me to ask him, because he deserves all the credit in the world for Litecoin. I'm going to whip through a whole bunch of symbols. I'm going to call them out now. I'm going to start with our big group right here, and I'm going to explain how this system works very quickly. You have a fill in the gap trade on 2 hour. You have the exact same high probability pattern over and over and over again. This is what I'm going to show you on the 2 hour though. You're going to see price action. My system has rules, very step-by-step exact rules. If you follow those, you can become profitable. One of our members sent in an email, and I'm going to go over that too, but later. Anywho, this is price action on the fill in the gap trade. This is a space, green, yellow. There's a space. This will go up and touch it. I think we have touches here and here and here and here, but we don't here, obviously. And more importantly, you're going to see price action is below this orange EMA. It's going to go up there like it is, well, like it already did on weekly, but it will go up there either now or later today. I would say by 10:30 this morning, you'll see it touch there. But at any rate, it also is already hit here on the 2 hour, past the orange line, past the orange line, past the orange line, and past the orange line. So price action here on this exact same trade on ES1 is past this orange line. If we go underneath here, you'll see the exact same setup. Exact same sniper, green, green, fill in the gap, the same green, green, green. And then you're going to see price action above its orange line, just like it was here on ES1. This is SPX. If we go over to NAS, the exact same high probability setup had happened. This is what I told you was going to happen Friday, by the way. And here it is happening. And this is past, price actions past its orange line on the 2 hour. If we go over to here, you're going to see green, green, green. The exact same formation and price action on NAS is above its orange line. If you come over here, this is lagging. You can clearly see the same exact setup. Price action is below the orange line, so price action is going to go up here. We have about 50 pips to there, and then another 50. It's about another 150 pip movement up. When one goes up, they all go up. So I'm calling for the short-term sell, and then I'm calling, more importantly, for this long-term buy. And I explain my reasons why. For those of you really new to the channel, you won't have a fucking clue what I just talked about. For those of you who are semi-new, you'll be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It's lagging. They're all going to go up together. I get that. So, 7s if you guys understand what I just said, 9s if you do not. Sevens, if you understand, it's going to be a longer term buy stop, demo only.
Demo trade only. I am not a financial advisor.
9s, if you do not. Here's a rule you all need to write down. When you're dealing with these indices, when one goes up, they all go up. When one goes down, they all goes down. If one lags, it will catch up to the others. Okay? We're kind of like the Three Musketeers around here. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Lazarus. So instead of trying to play every sell stop, these short-term sell stops, right? We're going to be looking for these buy stops, a BS right here, BS, 3-minute buy stop all indices. So my system's calling it out. You're soon to see a 5-minute buy stop on all indices, which will be NAS and NQ going down more. So let's go over and show you how that's going to look shorter term. Okay. 30-second sell stop to the 15-second sell stop to the 10-second blue line. Yeah, 30-second sell stops. More importantly, 3-minute buy stops, all indices. 5-minute buy stops. TikTok is so weird. TikTok is saying that how weird are you? Okay, so anyhow, that's what's going on there. Let me see how you guys look over here. 7777s, everybody got it. Okay, cool. All right, now, it's a 5-minute buy stop, all indices. 7-minute buy stop, all indices. Now it's filled. So it's a 7-minute, 10-minute buy stop, all indices. Take profit 1. You'll hear all these going off later this morning. 44,424, 44,431 on US30. 44,448 on US30. 44,459 on US30. NAS. 23,151. NQ1. 23,293. I'll be adding lots more alerts as this goes on. This is just the minimum where you're seeing them go. SPX 500. Take profit 1, 6,312. As this goes down, which I told you it would, follow it on the way down and then make better money on the way up. 6,350. And let me add one here. Now let's go back to here. There you go. See, they're all red now. Boom. You see all the 3-minute buy stops are now. See, I told you these all would turn here. You're going to see it go to the 30-second. And then notice I told you that these buy stops are going to fill in here and here. These are all going to turn into buy stops. Because my system is the coolest fucking system on earth, the most accurate system ever made. As these drop down, it creates higher time frame buy stops. Okay, I can't do a BS to save my life, but you guys get the idea. These are all going to turn into buy stops as this falls. I just called out the 15-second sell on all indices, and there it is, touchdown to the blue lines. Let's go to the 30 seconds and see what we shall see. Yep, sell stop SPX to the 30-second blue line. And this is how I accumulate on average about 50 and then maybe up to 100 correct calls every morning, because I do this all morning long, over and over and over again. And you can see clearly where I'm putting up my take profits. And US30's already passed this. NAS, sell stop to the 30-second blue line. NQ1, sell stop to the 30-second blue line. SPX, ES, sell stop to the 30-second blue line. Demo trade only.
Demo trade only. I am not a financial advisor.
All right, and then these will then form, this is first up here. This is second down here. These will form. First, you're going to see these sells. Second, you'll see the buy stops kick in. Now, whether they kick in on the 5-minute, we'll know, because when these change colors to buy stop up, we'll know when the 1 second changes, the 5-second changes, and so on. I still have to downgrade, by the way. Stupid ass trading view. Okay. Telling you exactly what's going to happen before it happens, as it's happening, and after it happens, I let you know why. So I'm telling you beforehand what's going to happen. It is. I'm going to tell you again, these buy stops are going to engage before 10:30 this morning, and if not 10:30, 2:30. I don't know if there's any news today. I can trade the news. If there is any news, let me know. Big news, CPI, NFP, something like that. If it's not huge news, I don't give two fucks about it. All right. Good morning, Aussie Trader, Trade Gun, Guy Burger. Good morning, Keith. Keith, you're up? Keith Palmer's in the house. What's up, Keith? The great Keith Palmer is here. Put some respect on his name. Keith, if you're up, why don't you tell me? We have so much code to go over. Matter of factly, Keith, if you can stay on a moment, I will tell, how can I tell him the code and not tell everybody the code? Fuck. Keith, if you're going to stay up and you're going to stay up for a minute, let me know. I can pause the live and come back to it. So, is the buy stopped entry? Good morning, David Wingle. Welcome to the channel. So, David Wingett? I don't know what that name is. Good morning, David. Is the buy stop? Well, we can go over to one I'll show you on US 32-hour. If you're going to play this and you know my system, no, technically you should have already been in, but I'll show you. Let's go over to a 1 hour. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Okay. All right. So here is a 1 hour buy stop. Green, 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 red. Pink cross the blue. Good morning, Kia. This is for David. How you'd enter the trade is a buy stop. So you'd go back in time on the 1 hour. Just so anytime you see any of this is how you still play the exact same thing right here. Okay. Now, what you're going to see, let me go forward just a little bit. There we go. Once we have exact rules upon entry. This is your entry will be off this orange line when price action comes back up, which it will, and crosses it. This is a entry, your entry, or a buy stop. It's a future pending order. You place it here on the orange line. ES is now all 30-second and 1 minute sell stops have hit. I told you it was going to happen before it happened. There they all are. Sell stop to the 3-minute blue line, all indices. Look at all the correct calls that I made already this morning. They're clicking in all that money you listen to. Look, correct call, correct call, correct call. See them all flying in? All correct calls all morning long. Just sit back and enjoy. Every morning, the same thing. 50 to 100 correct calls every morning. These are your sells. That's what it looks like coming in. I also have it being sent over to my Gmail. So we have 37 new correct calls. Here it is. You can see all the correct calls, as they file in right now. They're just starting to build up now. Boom, boom, boom. Correct call, correct call, correct call, correct call. So I told you where it was going. You can clearly see my calls come up. I explained to you how these were going to turn to red, and they did all the way to the 1 minute. Sell stop towards the 3-minute blue line on all indices. US30's already there. YM1 I'm sure is there. NAS, NQ1, SPX, ES1. But they will flip around. When they do flip around, we'll have the 1 second, then the 5 seconds turn to green. And then you'll know that you're in a reversal and we'll be able to take the buys back up. But at any rate, explaining how to enter the trade to David, who is new to our channel, even though he didn't say good morning. How you enter the trade is you follow our rules. When the orange line goes below the green and the yellow, you'll enter the trade. When you see the high probability setup of green, 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 red, green, green, buy stop, you'll enter the trade on the orange line when it goes below the yellow and orange. The yellow and green. Does everybody understand when you see, well, matter of fact, we can go forward just a little bit more. Watch, you can see clearly. Without and with the pink sniper line. Okay. Yeah, I don't think their playback is working good. Hold on 1 second. Well, anywho, when you see this exact same setup right here, this green, 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 red, and if you have the sniper, the blue and pink will cross. You enter the trade exactly on the orange line when it goes below and price action comes back up to it, which it will do. And somewhere around here, you're going to see this little hook thing come back up. You're going to see price action come up over top of it, and you'll see it. Now that's your entry. Herschel said 9. David said, thank you for going to course, David. Now, your setup, again, I don't know how else to explain it to you, Herschel. I apologize for you. You have to actually put a little time in now, Herschel, if you bought the system. You just green, 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 red. I'm telling you what to do. This isn't, if you read your rules that you have, which you do, it's sent off in every order, you'll see the rules are when the orange line goes below the green and the yellow, You put your entry when the price action flips back. It literally says don't take it on the same candle. It has to flip back around and come up and touch the orange line. So when price action comes up and touches the orange line, you enter the trade. I can't be any more specific than that. If you don't understand that, then you really need to sit back a moment and rewatch what I just said. I can't be any more specific than that, Herschel and David. I don't know. If you don't understand English, then get someone to help you. I don't know how else to be any more specific than that. I really do not. See if I can get this in here. They must have changed a few things here. It's going so slow. Well, long story short is when price action actually goes up here and touches that, we'll get into the trade. And that is where your entrance will be. Okay? Now, he's got it now. Larry says yes. Okay, so this is your entry point. Now, you have to have a stop loss. And in our particular case, oh, I know why it's having such trouble. Hold on, let me pull out of here. It can't do it because of the robot, semi-automatic robot over there. Watch. I'm going to go into another screen here. There we go. All right. Now, let's go over here. Let's go over here. We're not below it. Let's go back to that 1 hour, I believe it was. There we go. We can still use US 30 as our guide, though. All right. Now this should move a lot better. All right. This is what you have. We can go back in time again, too. It should work much better without the robot being active. It's actually a very good replay feature that they have. Okay, now we got it. All right, there we go. And, of course, it went away. Fudgicles, are you kidding me? I'm bragging about how good their feature is, and here it is. Oh, yeah, hold on. Technology great when it works. Not so much when it's not. There we go. Okay, we'll just leave it. We'll leave it. All right. Right here. You have the high probability setup. All three of these snipers are low. You don't have to use sniper, but that's for those of you, and hundreds of you have the sniper. Green, 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 red, green, green, buy, stop. This is your high probability setup right here and here. Once you see this, you put your entry line right here on the orange line. Once it passes below the other two, this is called your entry or your buy stop. Stop loss. Since we're dealing with the 1 hour, it goes right below the lowest point. This is your stop loss. And this exact same setup happens on every time frame and on every symbol. When you see it, you do it this way. You can see the last time that was clearly over here, right here. Entry. Well, it didn't go below. You couldn't enter it. But this would be your entry on this one right here. Take profit 1, TP1 it's called. Always goes to TP2. Just love take profit 2. It's my favorite, so I always call for you guys. And then above it, you let your runner run. So now you have the perfect setup, the perfect way to enter the trade. It goes down to here, it goes up to here, and that's what it does. Now, to give you a visual on this, an analogy on this, we're going to put David. Good morning, Sub-Zero. we're going to put David Wingett into a swimming pool. David's going to be in a swimming pool. He's going to be diving down right here. This is the equivalent. This is an analogy for those of you, whatever. Lord help me. David diving down. This is the red trying to go down. In my system, red equals down, green equals up. So this is David trying to dive down to the bottom of a pool. And I'm going to play this for us. Watch. Below David, you're going to see 3 green trunks pushing up. These are the 3 green real direction lines pushing up. Above David, you're going to see 3 more people pulling up, and that's these 3 green lines right here and the candles themselves. So let's go through this in real time. You're going to see David trying to go down to the bottom of a pool to get the gold to bloom right here. He's red. The trade's trying to go down. 93% of all traders would have fell for that. We have 3 real direction bars. We have Mark, Sam, and Joe pushing up, and we have Michelle, Joanne, and Louise pulling up. So while David's trying to go down, this trade was trying to go down right here. Right? It's trying to go down. But with my system, you have 3 people pushing up and 3 more people pulling up, and David can't get to the bottom of the pool. I don't care if he's Michael Phelps on steroids, it isn't happening. Does everybody get the analogy you're looking at? Good morning, Mike Lewinsky. What's up, Glow? Good morning, it's my time. And so the trade goes up. It's as simple as that. Now, okay? So this is your buy stop. Does everyone get the analogy, yes or no? Good morning, Damien. To the best trader in the world. Hope everyone is awesome. I hope you all had an awesome weekend. Thank you for the compliment, but that is not a true statement. I'm sure there's at least a few traders better than I am. I'm okay, trader. I do what I do. All right? So this is your setup. Whenever you see this setup, you're going to be in the money with the trade, so to speak. And that's all that matters. Okay? So your entry again, right here, boop. Stop loss right here, take profit right here. That's it. That's all you need to know. And we have about 50 pips between here and here right now that's going to go up. And it's over that. It's going to be closer to 200 when this thing's done or more. And this is going to go up to there. And when it does, you'll be in the money. And it's not if, it's when. There's no ifs with my system. It always happens. Good morning, Jake. Good morning, Jake. Blue Tide Acrylics. Okay, now. Keith said he's ready. Okay, sweet, Keither. Keither Rooney. All right, so let me go ahead and go over. Yay. All right. Yeah, this is important that me and Keith have some time. All right, I might be back on this morning. I'll definitely be back on later today. Look at all these notes. Look at whatever. I write out so much stuff for you guys every morning. It's crazy. All right. You're going to be looking for... Oh, my goodness. Do I ever stop? You're going to be looking for... All right. I would say sell stops to the... Oh, we're already back in the sell look. To the 30-second blue lines for sure. So look for the 30-second sell stops on all indices. And then look for the 2-hour buy stop, which is what I would be doing. All right, and I'm going to leave you guys with that. I'll be back on either later this morning. Good morning, Rain. Or I'll be on later this afternoon, either or. But this is what will be happening today. All right. Talk to y'all later. God bless you on TikTok. And then God bless you on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, X, and Facebook Live. I'll be back on later today, Lord willing, or later this morning. All right, talk to y'all later.